Hey there, everybody. This is Steve, KJ7WQK. Going ahead and making a video about our new Greenworks Minibike. They call it the Greenworks Stealth Series Minibike. We picked this up the other day at Tractor Supply. Tractor Supply, local animal, chicken feed supplier type situation. These were parked right out front. This is a new product from Greenworks. I don't know anything about Greenworks. I'm a Ryobi homeowner, tool buyer, tool guy. This is our first Greenworks product. I had heard that Ego was planning a mini bike of sorts. But this is a bike that we knew nothing about, and that if you look right now online or on YouTube, you'll see really no videos from a regular person talking about the bike. So this thing retails for $1,500. We bought it with our own money. They gave us 10% off our whole purchase, which was cool. We already had like a couple $100 worth of feed, in the cart for our visit that day. So I guess if you say we got 10% off the bike, that would mean we got it for like $1,350 right out the door. It's a 60-volt bike. It uses Greenworks' same battery that they use for their tool system. It comes with two 8-amp-hour batteries included, so that's super cool. That's the larger battery that I can tell from the 60-volt lineup. We can talk later about my speculation as to why they did this as a 60-volt bike instead of a 72-volt bike. It's already pretty fun and exciting and kind of a lot for a kid or anybody not comfortable or used to these types of electric throttle powered ride-ons to ride. It'll do 20 miles an hour in low power. That's the eco switch. 25 on high power sport mode. So not a ton of speed, but it's very Honda scooter like, Honda Ruckus, Honda Metropolitan like, in so far as what top speed it does have for you. It will get to it and it'll stay right there pretty much your whole ride. Even if it loses a little head of steam on a really big hill, its tendency is to pick right back up eventually. You'll need to look pretty closely out there in terms of to find specs and info on this. On the website, they claim that it'll peak at as much as 3,000 watts, and it appears to be a 1,000-watt nominal rated motor. It's a rear hub motor. It's brushless, very quiet. As you can see here, it's a motorcycle type hydraulic disc brake, front and rear. I appreciate that. I think they could have cheaped out on a rear drum or something, but we got a nice, you get a 3-way headlight with a halo, a low beam, and a high beam. It's not the brightest thing in the world, but it's fun, it looks good, and it's not bad for what it is. The front suspension is a good few inches of travel, 3 to 4 inches, nothing crazy. Rear shocks are a little firm for me. I'm like 180, so it says it's rated for an adult. And I'm here to tell you that it definitely does seem like it peaks at around 3,000 watts. It gets me up all my steep hills, all my test riding hills that we take all our modified Razors and other e-bikes up and down around here. And we have stuff at every voltage from 36 volts up to 60 and verging on. We have some 72 volt stuff in the works around here, but we know what 60 volts feels like, and we know what 60 volts will get you. And the display that's on this is beautiful. It does not tell you like wattage draw, but it has a nice battery meter. It has a nice trip meter. It has a current speed indicator. The bike features reverse as well. It has a drive, a neutral, and a reverse position on the handlebar control switches right there, and they all work. Reverse, quite a neat feature, believe it or not. Surprisingly neat to have. And then the bike also has a working tail light that's also a brake light, and a working horn, nice loud horn. And it has a Bluetooth speaker. It has apparently 2 Bluetooth speakers. That's what the green stuff, the stripe at the top there is. And it pairs with your phone and it'll play tunes for you. And being that it's a brushless motor, it's quiet enough that it, you know, you can listen to those tunes if you want to be that person out there on the trail. But it's a great rider. It's really fun. It gives big tote goat vibes. It gives big Coleman mini bike vibes. If you guys are into mini bikes and stuff, you know. It's like twice the size of a Razor MX 650. It's, you know, in terms of girth, a little longer, a little higher riding position. Really great for an adult. So anyway, this will be one of the first videos that anybody puts out just to talk about the bike. Maybe I'll include some video footage of it riding after this. I'll throw on my chest harness and maybe sort of bookend the end of the video with a little riding. But we just absolutely love it. It makes me want to rethink everything else that we're riding. If it wasn't twice the price of a brand new Razor, and brand spanking new, and nobody's even got these yet, I probably would already be tearing it apart and putting 72 volts to it. I think my guess would be Greenworks has an 80V version of a bike like this planned if this is successful. That'll probably have turn signals included, and it'll work on their 80 volt tool batteries, and it might come with a VIN and a license plate bracket. I don't know, maybe this is testing the waters for things. The 60 volt go-kart looks like it's supposed to be a lot of fun too. Not really something I'm gonna run out and buy as soon as I would even a second one of these, because having a pair of these would be a real hoot. Like, you know, like bikes are always fun to ride together. But you can see by its presence, it's just a lot of machine for $1,500. And no, it's not quick, it's not fast, but it's entertaining. There's enough there to be entertaining, and it says to you with every little thing that you look at or touch that it's going to be there for a while and it's going to work for years to come. My hope would be, of course, too, that, you know, a company like Greenworks, who makes their tools, and that's where they've done their thing for a long time now, that they've got their batteries sorted, that they've got their electronics sorted. I'm going to say that's both a given for them. The thing charges at like 10 amps. They're fast charging. So there's a lot to love here, and I'm sure they're hopefully going to be supported for a while. I look forward to a community springing up around these. I look forward to a community figuring out how to run these 60 volt babies on the 80 volt tool battery. I haven't got any of those tools yet, or I'd already be experimenting or at least sizing them up for that space. I think at 80 volts, we'd be looking at that 30 or 35 mile an hour speed range. And we'd really be having fun as adults. But I'm here to tell you, even 25 feels just amazing on this thing, and it's really making us rethink all the Razors and all the time we've spent modifying Razors, even though, you know, they end up being a little quicker in the end than what this is right now, stock. I'm here to tell you, when the warranty's over, all bets are off. This thing's gonna feel some higher voltage at some point, and we'll see what's really, you know, locked away in that big, happy, fat, brushless rear wheel. I think that thing can take some wattage, take some voltage. I don't know. Somebody's gonna cut it up sooner than me, and I can't wait to see it. But in the meantime, this is me, KJ7 WQK, signing off from the Pacific Northwest, from the lair, with the Greenworks Stealth Minibike. Comment down below if you have one of these, or if you're planning on getting one. What do you think of it? rate my shed, roast my bikes. We'll talk to you soon. Hopefully this is coming out okay, because the riding is good. We're at mile 4. We're still showing full battery. Toggling back and forth between eco and sport mode. We got too much air in the tires, 24 psi. Yeah, too much fun. Oh, yeah. Too many blackberries over here. Not worth it. Yuck. Don't even breathe back here. Ew, there's the rubbers. Great area. If not for that. Big hill.
hill?
That's the testing hill.
Fun. That'll be a fun ride.
Thanks. Yeah, usually is. Excuse me.
Way of getting up, ain't it?
It is. Okay, quick recap at the end of the ride. The bike is still powered up. Same day as my earlier commentary. We've got a quick 8 mile jaunt in. I don't know how well that'll show up on the display. It was in park mode. It goes like inert for you. I'm gonna switch to neutral. Neutral disables the throttle, real nice. Power button right down there. Anyway, after 8 miles, I've still got, 6 little battery bars out of 9 on the display up here. I'd say 2/3, or dare I say 3/4. I don't know. Toggled back and forth between eco and sport the whole time. Batteries down there are showing more like 2 bars. So maybe the more accurate read is down here. Neither of them is a voltage display. Watch this though. Little soft close action there. Did you catch that? Real nice. So, this might be optimistic. But again, great ride. Rode down a big old monstrous hill out of the neighborhood. Went and rode some trails, some creepy, gross bum trails. Came out unscathed. Got a little mud on our fender to prove it. And I think if I could ride 8 miles like that, I could ride 16 miles for sure. Would we get the advertised 20? Maybe, maybe not. Maybe not, using eco and sport liberally as I just did. But 16 miles, 15 or 16 miles, absolutely. And if you've got a couple extra batteries, just double that range. Just keep going. Keep riding. That's actually the secret beauty. The range is as much as you're willing to pack a few batteries around and be ready to recharge a couple or have a couple in reserve. The bike can be ready to outride your bottom and your back. All right. The only thing you ever hear is tire noise. You'll hear it on the video if you can over the wind. I don't know. We'll see. I could see this being super fun with some slick-ish street tires on there, or some 50/50 treads on there. A little quieter. With that fat footprint, I don't think you need a ton of tread for scrambling anyway. All right. Great time though.